Hey everybody, today we are going to talk for just a minute about how real estate investing actually works. So, there's land that people own and then people kind of do this thing called renting and then you buy it, and then there's people building things, but how does it actually work? Like how do more people become millionaires off of real estate investing than any other type of investing? I mean, that's an amazing, remarkable statistic. It's a true statistic, but how does real estate investing actually work? So real estate is a hard asset similar to gold or oil or cotton or seeds or whatever the heck else you can think of. That's something that's tangible that you can touch. So I'm sitting on a piece of real estate as I make this video. So it's this hard thing, and because it can't really go away, it simply changes uses. It becomes fairly concrete, and that concreteness can create scarcity. Why are urban areas in the middle of downtowns, why are those areas so expensive? That's normally because a lot of scarcity has been created. All the land has been built up and now there's no more, but more people want to move there. So there's this scarcity created, and when there's scarcity, that allows for these opportunities to make money. So inside this scarcity is where all the money is created, and the money changes hands through two predominant ways. Number one, you can either rent something, which is basically allowing them to use something that you own for a fee, or you can sell them something. So you no longer have any interest in whatever that piece of real estate building is, but someone else, you've passed it on and you've capitalized and you've made all the money that you could have made by doing that process, by selling the process, by developing and then selling it. And so you can rent or buy almost anything in real estate. You can even rent land. I know people that rent land and then people build on top of the land and they own the building, but they still rent the land. So you can obviously rent houses, you can rent apartments, you can, or you can be the person that owns them and then is renting it out. That's where it gets exciting. So again, we're going to go back to the concept of scarcity. So when scarcity is created, when a lot of people want that thing, and it's a fixed finite asset, and then there's no more of it, but you have figured out how to either own some or make more of it, that is when all the money is created in real estate. And so it's a fairly simple concept if you think about it. So the things you need to look for when you're trying to figure out what real estate investing really is, you need to look at where are people making money predominantly. That's the most important part. That's why we're having this conversation. Is you need to figure out where's their scarcity. But inside that scarcity, when scarcity changes very quickly and something becomes scarce, and then a lot of people are maybe putting on more products, so you go into an urban area and there aren't any new apartments and all the apartments have gotten rented out, so people are building a ton of apartments. That is where these bubbles are created when people have built too much. And so it goes from scarcity to overbuilt, and that can happen very quickly, and then that's when you see these mass crashes where everything loses tons and tons of value, people lose their shirt, and where people get really scared about real estate investing. And again, it's not real estate, it's looking at these trends and following the scarcity. The other thing that's really powerful in how real estate investing works is it's built off of debt. And so debt is obviously using someone else's money, not using all of your own money, to do something. In this case, to buy real estate, to build real estate, to rehab real estate, to create an office space, to create a home. That's using debt, and that's an incredibly important part and one of the greatest things about real estate investing, because with usually about 25% of something, if I'm trying to buy a house for $100,000 or an apartment building for $100,000 or a parking lot for $100,000, I usually only need to have 25% of that actual cost. And real estate is one of the only things that provides that opportunity, because if you think about it, when you go to the stock market and you put $25,000 in the stock market, you only get $25,000 worth of stock. You don't get $100,000 worth of stock. So that leverage, that's called leverage, that concept isn't really present in almost any other type of investing. So again, remember scarcity. Remember, it's a hard asset that's fixed. It's not going anywhere. It simply changes uses. And then looking at the trends that create scarcity, that is where you will make your money and you will become a millionaire if that's your goal in real estate. So again, in this process of buying, renting, and scarcity is where all the money is created inside of real estate. So those are the things that you want to be looking at when you're trying to get involved. Where is there scarcity? And then how can you fill that hole, fix that problem that somebody has? How can you use leverage to do more than you could do on your own? And then how do you wrap up that whole process and either figure out if you're going to be renting the end asset or you're going to be selling the end asset and moving on to a different real estate project?